Hey there everyone! So I want to talk about recognizing patterns in life, as this is a huge one onto helping you become more of what you wish to experience, helping you on so many levels. So this even helps through so much self-confidence stuff, so much lack thereof, so many things within us, because when you start recognizing patterns, thought patterns, how you act patterns, every single thing patterns, you start realizing how those can add up to what you're experiencing. That you might be your own worst enemy, that you might be your worst critic, that you might be all of this stuff that you didn't even know you were doing to yourself and creating this experience of, not happy with who you are, not wanting to be who you are, not wanting to live, not anything. So when you start recognizing these patterns, that is when you have so much power there, because from there you can step out of it if you choose. You can create new patterns. Habits are definitely hard to kind of break if you think they are. If you believe they aren't anymore and you want to create new ones, that can happen as well. It really is frame of mind. And that's the thing about patterns too, and about, being down on yourself, is habits that you have been doing to yourself that you haven't realized are not good habits that you've been forming. So let's start to try to form better habits where you can rise out of it, where you start giving yourself self-affirmations, where you start loving yourself, where you start seeing the good within you. A lot of things of why, like a pattern definitely of all of society, is that we look into, these tabloids or celebrities and all that stuff, that we dream that we're supposed to be or have life, and that's what we're reaching for, or, only lucky people get that, or you're so against them, whatever. But the thing is that what patterns have we got ourselves into? We have gotten ourselves into believing in things that don't really exist and trying to reach for those things instead of realizing what life is and who we are and what we're experiencing. That is one big pattern. But smaller patterns they can break down to is just, what did you tell yourself today? Did you tell yourself you're going to have a shitty day? Did you tell yourself you look shitty? Do you constantly have negative feedback to yourself? Do you think you're not good enough? Are you always like, oh, I didn't do that good enough? Like, how are you with people? Do you always say, oh, like, I'm the worst, or da 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 da? That's a pattern. Or are you always like, oh, I'm great, I'm actually really good at doing this. I give myself a pat on the back. I try my hardest. I might not be that, but and it's just getting into figuring out those kinds of patterns that you might be in. I mean, it's just like, do you wake up every day from bed being like, why do I have to start life? I mean, right there, that's a pattern, and that's not a good one, because if you're always going to do that, the whole day is just going to bring upon bad energy. Whereas if you get up and you're like, okay, today I'm just going to accept how I feel and give it my best shot. And if I'm shitty, I'm shitty. If I'm good, I'm good. If I'm happy, I'm happy, And you just kind of start, just being conscious of your actions, of your choices, of the things you feed yourself, of the things you feed others. When I say feed, I'm really talking about thought. Another pattern is basically, how often do you bite your nails? Do you constantly touch your face? What is it that you're eating? Are you keeping track of patterns of eating, keeping track of mood swings? I mean, even for a girl, keeping track of when her menstrual cycle is going to come if she's not on the birth control. Another pattern. If you're on birth control, does that birth control make you crazy? Have you noticed? Just so many patterns in life that it's really just start to recognize patterns. I'll try to break it down more and more as we go, but it's just patterns are so right now free because it's different for everyone, right? It's different for what they set, but basically it's all of the stuff is just self-work and looking within and trying to become more conscious of it all if you wish to. So good luck with figuring out your patterns. I wish I could be more help. Love you guys, and good luck with it all. And it's worth it. You're worth it. We're all worth it.